I love when we get action hero Murderbot. It just knows exactly what it's gonna do and it breaks limbs and it's just awesome. Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke and today we're checking out chapter 8 of Artificial Condition. This is the second book in the Murderbot Diaries series. We're doing a chapter by chapter reaction and review. If you'd like to follow along, there's a link in the description of this video. Go ahead and click the link, buy the book, and join us on this journey. We're going to continue on to do this as many days as we can. And then also we have memberships. If you want to support the channel, join the membership. It's like $2. It'll help me get things on my wall and maybe a cup of coffee. It'd be fun. So we're just going to get started. Here's what's happening. This is what we expected. Not totally, but we did expect a lot of this. I'm going to give you my big breakaways. The sex bot played a huge role in this chapter. Figured it would. And then also, Talasi is an absolute evil person. And Murderbot is a total savage, right? You want Murderbot as your ally in every situation possible. Murderbot without the governor module, total savage. Also, another takeaway that I thought was super interesting is the ally that the three of them had that Tappan was supposed to meet was real, truthful. I wasn't expecting that at all. Kind of awesome. Really cool. But anyway, all the way that this sort of plays, the way that the sex bot speaks to Murderbot and communicates, and it has its own kind of hidden agenda. It's got a little bit of a femme fatale feel to it. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Let me know in the comments if you think so. But yeah. I mean, Murderbot gets itself into a situation in which it is the only thing that can sort of figure out how to get out of it. But there's a little bit of a wrinkle, and you find out kind of early in this chapter. So Murderbot meets with Tappan's contact rather than Tappan, and Murderbot sends Tappan to get on a shuttle to leave. But obviously the Port Authority stopped Tappan. Port Authority takes Tappan hostage. They escort Tappan over to where Talasi is. Sexbot runs into Murderbot. Sexbot says, hey, you got to come with me too. Art's like, hey, what's happening here? Like, why are they just escorting you to where Tappan is? And Murderbot's like, duh, it wants me. And I'm like, yeah, it wants you, because they know about Garaka Pit. And they think that this sec unit is one of the sec units from Garaka Pit. I don't know why they want that sec unit. It doesn't make a lot of sense why that's at all important, except for it might know something that it's not supposed to know. Hence, I don't think Talasi is the head honcho of this whole ordeal. As a matter of fact, I really don't. Then they try to put a combat module inside of Murderbot, and thankfully, of course, it doesn't work because thank you, Art. And we move on. And then Murderbot shows up. Murderbot gets into a jam. Murderbot then physically has an altercation where it incapacitates 5 humans. And then while Tappan's being held in another room, Murderbot goes in there, relieves the other human of their situation, and it moves on to help Tappan. Pretty awesome. And the way that that Murderbot sort of dispenses with these guards is really cool. I can't even do it justice, to be honest with you. It reads like Jason Bourne. Honestly, it does. It reads like Jason Bourne. It reads like a master tactician, a master strategist, someone who knows exactly how to incapacitate humans, regardless of if they have weapons or if they do have weapons. The thing that was the most fulfilling for me, I'd say, is when Murderbot is using Talasi as a human shield against the final guard that was holding Tappan hostage, who had roughed up Tappan. I wanted to kill that guy too. I think you guys did also. I think that's the point. It was kind of awesome. Then, to follow up, Art begins prepping its med system to protect and to heal the 3 of them. Oh, also, Murderbot made Talasi give the give Murderbot the authority over the sex bot. Wonder how that's gonna go, right? Because it obviously gave it the order. It said, don't hurt people. But I loved how Murderbot spoke to Talasi. Lacey accused it of being part of the Garaka Pit incident, and then Murderbot's like, we all know it wasn't an incident, now do we? I loved how Murderbot acknowledged that putting the control module, the combat angry control module thing in the back of his thing, that it's the exact same way that Grey Chris operated. Meaning more than one evil organization utilizes sec units in this way, right? We know that sabotage is easily seen as a mistake if you cover it up well enough, right? It easily is seen as human error. But there is no human error if a sec unit did it, right? That's what we saw. That's what we saw in Garaka Pit. That's what we saw with the Grey Chris situation in the first book. That's what we saw in this one. It's interesting that this is a formula for success for all of these nefarious schemes. Someone brought up in the comments that, I brought up, I believe in all these conspiracies and I think everything's connected and it's this giant woven web. But also, this universe of humans is so greedy that maybe it's not. Maybe literally all of these humans are completely out for themselves, right? They just want power, money, wealth, influence, all that kind of thing. Super capitalism, right? And maybe it's not a giant conspiracy. I think it is still. I'm gonna be honest with you, but maybe it's not. I've been rambling for a little while, but I do want to get into my predictions for the final chapter. I think it's pretty obvious. I know that there's only about 5 or 6 or 7 pages in the final chapter. Seems pretty obvious to me that this is going to be some sort of epilogue that shows that where Murderbot takes Tappan back to his group. He does something with the Sexbot, and he and Art go their separate ways. I think that's how that's going to get down. And then Murderbot's going to go on to its next thing. It is very Western-like now that I think about it. I mean, this is very quintessentially the cowboy rolling into the town where there is corruption, and the cowboy's got its own agenda, and so it has to solve its own agenda while also saving the town and moving on to the next town. It's what it feels like. It feels like an anime. I know it's a novella. That's what it feels like. So I think that's how this is going to go down. I don't know. I'll have to move on to the next chapter and see how the rest of that kind of stuff goes down. But I love this chapter. It was action packed. Still not my favorite chapter. Still my favorite chapter was the one before the Garaka Pit chapter. I think that one was my favorite chapter because it was just so interesting, right? So many kind of cool quasi things happen, but we'll get to that in the review. We're not going to talk about that. But I do love this, how Sexbot communicates with Murderbot, and I love how Art communicates with Murderbot. It's like one is like quasi family, best friend, older sister vibes, and the other one is this like talks in this very specific and almost seductive way, and I kind of love it. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. Kind of a short chapter here. Pretty action-packed. Love the action. And I love the heart that Murderbot had for Tappan as we move forward. That it loves protecting people. That is its thing. Like, its morality is centered around protecting humans and augmented humans. And I think that's really, really cool. It's a lot like Bleach. It's a lot like a lot of other different kinds of anime that I really love, when like protecting something or someone pulls you into this heroic kind of thing, even though I don't think Murderbot would call itself heroic. I think Murderbot would call itself a Murderbot, which is essentially, I need to kill these people in order to solve this problem, which it is uniquely trained to do. So yeah, very, very cool chapter. We're going to continue on with chapter 9, and we're going to keep this road going, but I think that's all I have for you. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe and share. Once again, buy the book in the description of this video. And if you want to join as a member, you very much can. It will help out the channel a lot. But until next time, later, taters.